Alrighty, BlenderSith. I know. It's been a while. To be exact, 1 year, 5 months, and 17 days since my last video. But here's the reason. Well, one reason. I've been busy with my other channel. Well, actually, three of them. I got three other channels. My AVN channel, which you guys, according to my statistics, you all want to learn how to make AVNs and make all that money that I showed in the video, I don't know, a year ago or so. I've showed you guys people, well, they've been in it a while, don't think you're going to start today and be making this in a week or a month. I've been in it for a little bit. There's other people that have been in it for a while, and they're making, $50,000, $60,000 a month on just making an AVN, writing a story and putting graphics to it. Most all of them use Blender. It's common for it, and being supported on Patreon. It takes about a month and a half to 2 months for them to update. A new chapter, and the people pay and wait for it because the levels on the Patreon that they're paying for, the higher levels get exclusive content. They get they get full length posters of these, of the hot women, that are in the novel and everything. Um, they get stuff that's not available to the public and stuff at the higher rewards level on Patreon. 4K images and all of that. Um, some of them will you can take a picture of yourself if you're on that level. You can take a picture of yourself, and they'll put you in the picture with the model. So there's perks. There's these guys use marketing to keep these people excited about the story. For one, the story is good. That's one thing reason that a lot of people follow them. They got 1,500 or 2,000 subscribers. But the story is good. It keeps intense, and that's the same with mine and any of the other top people on there. Mine's in a unique niche because it's a BDSM and it's on wealth and privilege and power. Um, so that's the draw to mine because no one else is really in that niche in that lane, pretty much. But I do it all with Blender and Daz, and now I'm getting into Unreal because um, if you guys follow my videos talking about this, this was a private AVN because it include BDSM, and most of the clients that I have are wealthy clients because they're the ones that are into BDSM. And I explained why and everything. Go watch those videos if you're interested in knowing why. But I'm making a public version. I'm a lot of the content I already have, so I'm just going to cut down on a lot of the harder core BDSM and stuff, and put more of your milder porn. What you see basically in most uh, porn videos on the internet, on Pornhub and stuff, like your normal stuff that you see. Um, uh, but this is for public consumption and everything. The stories will be different. The plots will be a little bit different, but there's still spice. I'm still bringing in some of the spice from the BDSM. The mom and the oldest daughter are still going to be into BDSM between the two of them. That's a spoiler for you. One of them. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything. There's a ton of things that happen, and in this, if you're going through this, every single choice that you get, for those of you familiar with AVNs, every time a choice pops up on your screen and you choose what you want to do, um, that changes the plot. So how how your story begins is one thing. How it ends is actually about 500 different things because there are so many plot lines, and that's why this is an ongoing AVN because my updates get longer and longer as I mean the AVN's over a year old now, and I've got like 30 different plot lines going, and I got to update each and every one of them before I release an update. because I don't know what people are, what path people are. One person could be on plot path 16, and another one could be on plot path 7, and another one could be plot path 22. I don't know what everyone's uh, plot path are going down. So I gotta update all of the plot paths. So when I release an update, everyone can continue on from where they're at, no matter what plot line they're on. And that, like I said, they wait for it. Well, if you got a good enough novel, they wait for it. But anyway, get back to the point here. This is what I want this channel to be. I don't want it to be a Blender tutorial channel. There's gobs of those all over the internet. We can see right here. I mean, you know, this is Megalon versus a shark. But there's people that do scenes like this in Blender. Down here we got animating, well, AI animation. You find a lot of AI stuff all over. But look at these things: 82,000, 2.1 million views up here. We got the Unreal Engine, the new Unreal Engine 5.5 look, 150,000 views in 4 days. We can look down through here. Here's another Unreal Engine, 700,000 views in 3 days. And why do I mention Unreal Engine? Because with my public version that I'm bringing out, I'm adding something that the private version doesn't have because I wasn't doing it at that time. And Unreal Engine wasn't where it is now at 5.5 and all of the stuff that it has for AR and VR. So there's another spoiler for people. This version is going to be a regular PC, Android, Mac, all that stuff version and everything like your normal AVNs. But it's also going to be VR and AR. And I do that in Unreal Engine. So now my workflow for this AVN is mainly Blender for the modeling, the animating, the setting up, and the setting the scenes up and everything like that. DAZ 3D for creating the characters, both the male and the females. I've got plugins and everything in DAZ specifically for creating characters. And then all of that leaves Blender and leaves DAZ and goes into Unreal Engine. And that's where the game is actually set up and everything for VR. Regular PCs and stuff are still done with RenPy, the scripting language, and like a normal AVN. But um, this is my first announcement of this. I have mentioned it in my Discords and stuff like that about the Unreal Engine, and there's people interested in that. And this is what I'm telling people. I'm like, I don't want to. It's been a long time since I've done a video on Blender because this is what I do. I make and I do my AVN. So if I'm going to do Blender and everything, I know it's BlenderSith because that's my main program. I spend about 80% of my time in Blender because that's where anything that needs to be modeled that is not a character is done in Blender. All the animation is done in Blender, and most everything else is done in Blender. The only thing that's done in DAZ are the models. That's it. They're After a model is done and their clothes are their clothes are done in Marvelous Designer, but and also I got a Blender add-on for clothing also that I do some stuff. But as soon as a model is done and that, it's exported out and brought into Blender, and that Blender is where it's going to stay. So yes, you will see DAZ on my channel here. So all you people that comment, or have commented on my channels, why you got DAZ on here? This is a Blender channel. No, it's whatever channel I say it is, for one. I might change it to, you know, ping pong or sports. It's the channel. It's my channel, so it's whatever I say it is. So don't get that misconstrued. Um, but yeah, Daz is a side thing, but I still show it because if you're going to do AVNs, in other words, if you are interested, and my NSFF or NSFW video, just look at my videos. they are the ones that are over 1,000 views, and compared to all my other normal Blender videos. So, but that's a lie, because all you guys are doing is skimming through the video to see where the porn is, or the girly shots, and see if you can catch some snatch or something. And once you figure out that you can't, then you leave. Um, the spikes in those videos are not the video. It's anywhere where the girl is pictured in the novel, and that's it. Everything else is flat on the bottom. So no one wants to learn this stuff, even though the stats and the analytics, show that, oh wow, look at he's got 2,000 views on this video. Nah, not really. I got 2,000 views of people watching about 3 seconds of that video, and that's about it. And the 400. Well, I'm showing 446 subscribers right now. Um, that's not true either. Any of you that have a YouTube channel, you know that once someone subscribes, well, when they leave, YouTube does not subtract that subscriber. That subscriber count stays there. So I won't tell you how many subscribers I got, but 446, as it says in my vidIQ. I don't know what the actual number is in my analytics, because vidIQ hardly ever agrees with analytics, but whatever it says in analytics, and everything, or whatever it did say a year and 5 months ago since my last video, um, it's a long ways off now, because a lot of people have left, and Google, well, owned by the same company, but YouTube does not subtract them. It will always show 446 subscribers, no matter how many people leave. I could have one or none. It'll still show that I got 446. So yeah, when you see subscriber counts on any channel that you're watching, even if it's Mr. Beast, if it says that they got 5 million subscribers, it's just a number. Don't believe it. You don't know how many people have left Mr. Beast since he first started, but that count is not going to go down. It's not going to change. So, yeah, so there's a lot you can't go by except the analytics. When you go in your analytics and break down actually what people are, watching, how far they're watching, what they're, are they skimming and searching, and all that stuff. Then that's when you really, really see, what actually is going on in your videos. Um, you know, like Blend right here, Josh got me, Blender Brothers. You know, these type of videos are all over YouTube. I don't want to compete in that, you know, and I don't do that. I don't model just anything, or whatever, everything. If I model something, that means it's going into my AVN, and that's it. If it's not going to be in my story, then I'm not modeling it, or I'm not buying it. Normally, I buy assets from Dad's 3D store, because, to tell you the truth, I want to model as little as possible. What I want to do, because I need to update as quickly as I can for my subscribers, I want to just write my story, and then after I'm done writing it, render out the images. So if I can go to a Dash store, or I've got actually a collection over time. I've spent about $20,000 on assets from Dash Studio, Dash 3D store. So a lot of assets I already have right on hand. So all I gotta do is go to my mega storage online, and find, I do a search on, whatever it is, coffee cup, table, whatever it is. I do a search on it, find the one that I want, bring it into Blender, and there you go. I'm done. No modeling, no nothing. And that's with that's with a refrigerator, a couch, a car, whatever. And if I don't have it, like I said, I just go on to Dash 3D store, search for it, find the one that I want, buy it, and I still have it. No modeling involved. Saves time, and I get my updates out quicker. But it's all this stuff that I'll be teaching people. But you guys, you just want to see the NSF, content for the girls. That's it. No one wants to know how to do this stuff. Which is crazy. You tell people, you prove it to people, you show people's you show all these other artists Patreons and what they're making, and these are reason I show it is because these are people, I don't show mine, but these are artists that do show how much they make a month and their subscriber count and everything. So if they're going to make it public, then okay, I'll market it for them. I'll show it to people, and I showed you guys, people that are making 65 and $75,000 a month making their AVN. Um, and the fact that, no one wants to learn this, is just absolutely crazy to me. Yeah, oh, I don't want to make $65,000 a month. I want to see the girly pictures. Well, then, okay, now I know that you're probably about 14, 15, or 16 years old. Because let me tell you, seriously, dude, if you're 25, 30, or 35, or whatever, if you're an adult, and you haven't seen a naked woman yet, um, you got issues, man. Something's something's going on. Either you're not into women or something's happening there. I don't know what it is, but you know, if that's what you're looking for when you're that old, um, yeah, Blender's not your problem. Let me just say that. Well, anyway, with that, guys, I'm going to see how many comments this video gets. Give me some encouragement to get this channel going again. Because you know what? I've said it before. This is not my primary source of income. This is just something that I do on YouTube to help people out that want to get into making AVNs, not necessarily Blender tutorials. It's going to be a tutorial, yeah, because I'll be modeling stuff and everything for my AVN. So that's the only modeling there is for it. But I got a purpose. I might be modeling this right here, well, like what Blender Bros have. But if I'm doing it, that means I'm going to use it in my novel. Because, like I've already told you, I don't make anything that is not going to go in my novel. I don't do freelance Blender anymore, so I don't model or animate anything to put in my portfolio. I don't need a portfolio, so that's useless. Um, so everything is for my novel, and the biggest thing that's going to happen now that was not on this channel before is I'm bringing in Unreal Engine. For anybody that is interested in learning how to do VR, now that means create the VR. I won't be showing the porn on the videos. When it comes time for me to making the VR porn and everything, that'll be, that's just me doing it. That's not, because YouTube won't allow that for one. And, you know, I don't want to turn on all the 14 and 15-year-olds out there that would be watching it. So, so it's still just going to be, your regular, old fashioned, just going over Unreal Engine and how to do VR and set things up and everything, animate and all the stuff you need to do for VR and the different headsets and all that stuff. But you guys got to let me know. If 6 months go by and this video doesn't have any comments, well, okay. We'll go another year with no videos other than this one, because this is going to be the last video on this channel unless someone can encourage me to, hey, we want to learn, we want to learn this stuff, and 5 or 10 people ain't going to do it. Sorry, guys. Um, like I said, I got 3 other channels. I got a music reaction channel that is over approaching 500, 500 subscribers right now in 2 weeks. I just started the channel 2 weeks ago. And I got a security channel also that's got uh, almost like Blender here, about 400 subscribers in it. And I got 100. I got over 100 people in the Discord for the security channel, and it's probably about 4 or 5 months old, I believe. I haven't really checked it, but yeah, it's not that old either. And so I got other things going on besides my AVN also. you know, if you want this channel to go anywhere, if you guys are into NSFW and AVNs and stuff, and the reason I say NSFW is because I also, when I'm not working on, when I want to take a break from the AVN, I still make porn, actual 3D porn because I started a porn a 3D porn pay site. I got my own pay site that I run with a customized plugin for it's a word it's the site's run by WordPress, and I got a special plugin that's on the market that a lot of people use. It's a WordPress plugin for running porn sites, porn tube sites, but that sends traffic to my 3D animated porn site, which is just porn videos in 3D, sci-fi, whatever. Well, whatever I decide to make, and they're usually 2, 3, or 5 minute animated scenes, and I'll put promotional content on Pornhub and X Video and stuff like that. I'll put promotional videos up there on my accounts to drive traffic to my pay site, because that's what everybody that's in the porn industry does. Um, Pornhub, and they're just link farms basically. Companies put the free porn up on that site and everything to drive traffic to the pay site. And but I break all this stuff down in my videos when I talk about them. But apparently everyone just wants to see girly pictures, naked girls, and that's it. Which just blows my mind, really. I mean, it's like they've never seen a naked woman before. For one, you guys couldn't make porn anyway, because you couldn't get past a naked woman to even do anything. You'd be like sitting there staring at your screen, drooling, oh, like Homer Simpson on a donut, you know. But it's nuts. It is crazy to me. Maybe that's what's because I watch too much porn. I'm used to it. But yeah, I mean, it has actually nothing to do with being used to it. If you're 35 years old and haven't seen a naked girl yet, I don't know what to tell you, really. I really don't. One of the few times I'm lost for words. But with that, guys, I will see you whenever the next video goes up. We'll see.